I see you. Yes, even now, in the quiet places of your heart where no one else dares to look. I see the burden you carry, the anxiety in your chest when you wonder how you'll make it through the month. I've counted every tear that has fallen in the silence of your sleepless nights. The tears you wiped away before anyone could notice. You've been trying to stay strong for everyone else, haven't you? But I never asked you to carry this alone. I was there when you opened your wallet and realized it wasn't enough. I was beside you when the bills stacked higher than the hope in your heart. I heard the silent cries, the whispered prayers. Lord, when will it change? And I want you to know, not a single cry has gone unheard. Not a single moment has been overlooked. I have been with you in the drought, and I have been preparing your harvest. This season of struggle was not sent to destroy you. It was allowed to prepare you. You see only the surface, the empty bank account, the job you lost, the opportunity that slipped through your fingers. But I see the soil. I see the seeds you planted in faith. I see how, even when you had little, you gave generously. Even when you were weary, you encouraged others. Even when you felt forgotten, you remained faithful. That kind of faith moves heaven. That kind of obedience does not go unrewarded. You have not been abandoned. You've been positioned, just like Joseph in the prison before the palace, just like David in the fields before the throne, just like Ruth in the fields before the blessing. You have been walking through your preparation ground, and I have been with you every step. Your struggle was never about what you didn't have. It was about who I'm shaping you to become. I am pruning, refining, and building endurance in your soul. Because what I have for you requires deep roots. I have heard the lies spoken over you, that you'll never rise above, that poverty runs in your family, that abundance is not for you. But hear me now, beloved. I am breaking every generational curse that has limited your household. I am reversing cycles that kept you bound. I am releasing divine strategies, heavenly connections, and supernatural provision in your life. This is not your end, it's your awakening. You are stepping into a season of overflow not because you earned it, but because I am a God of grace. My favor is not based on what you can do, it's based on who I am. And I am faithful. You've been asking, God, why did you let me lose that job? Why didn't the loan come through? Why did it feel like you were silent? My child, I wasn't punishing you. I was protecting you. That job would have crushed your spirit. That partnership would have taken advantage of your kindness. That loan would have become a burden, not a blessing. I withheld what you thought was gain because I knew it would cost you your peace. And I am not the author of confusion. I am the giver of peace. I am not just interested in providing for you. I want to transform you. I want your mindset to shift from scarcity to abundance, from fear to faith, from survival to trust. Do you not know that I am Jehovah Jireh, your provider? The cattle on 1,000 hills belong to me. The silver and the gold are mine. I don't need man's systems to bless you. I don't need a bank's approval to open a door. I don't need the economy to be perfect to make you prosper. I am the God who brings water from a rock, who rains down manna from heaven, who turns 5 loaves and 2 fish into overflow. But I need your heart to stay surrendered, because with every blessing I send, the enemy will send a distraction. You will be tempted to place your trust in the gift instead of the giver. That's why I had to teach you dependence first. That's why I let you walk through a season where you had no choice but to trust me. Because now, when the increase comes, and it will come, you will remember that it wasn't the paycheck that sustained you. It was my hand, and you will give me the glory. Don't compare your journey to others. I know how hard it is to see others advance while you're still in the valley. But you don't know the weight their blessing carries. You don't see the hidden cost behind their success. What I'm building in you is custom, tailor-made, timed perfectly. I am not late. I am precise. Every delay has a purpose. Every closed door redirected you to something greater. You haven't missed your moment. You're right on schedule. The enemy tried to convince you that because you had lack, you lacked value. But your worth is not measured in material things. You are my masterpiece. You are my chosen vessel. And I am not finished with you. In fact, the very area where you experience the most pain will become the place of your greatest testimony. I am raising you up to be a light for others who are walking through what you've already survived. Your scars will speak of my healing. You've cried in silence, but I saw every tear. Not one of them was wasted. I bottled each one, not to remind you of your pain, but to redeem it. I use tears as seeds, and from your brokenness, I am birthing something beautiful. You may not see it now, but I am weaving every shattered piece of your past into a future that will glorify me. You thought you were forgotten in your lowest moments, but it was in those moments that I was closest. When you sat on the edge of your bed questioning your worth, questioning my presence, feeling the weight of lack pressing against your chest, I was right there. I never left. I never turned my face from you. I held you when you didn't even know you were being held. I know the nights you turned off the lights, trying to sleep away your fears, only to wake up with the same anxieties. I know how you stretched meals for your children, how you smiled through disappointment, how you pretended to be okay, so others wouldn't worry. I saw the strength it took to show up every day when you had every reason to give up. That silent strength was your worship. That perseverance was your offering. And I received it with joy. You gave me your faith, and now I'm giving you my favor. You see, I never asked for perfection. I only asked for surrender. I didn't require you to have it all together. I only asked that you give me your heart. And you did. Even when you were unsure, you still believed. Even when you didn't understand, you still obeyed. Even when it hurt, you still praised. And that is why your story isn't over. That is why your breakthrough is on the horizon. That is why the heavens are opening over your life in this very season. I have assigned angels to your case. I have sent answers in motion. I have prepared divine connections, unexpected provisions, and open doors with your name on them. But I didn't want you to reach those places unprepared. That's why I allowed the season of pressure, because pressure produces oil, and the oil that flows from your life will anoint everything you touch. It will anoint your business. It will anoint your family. It will anoint your future. You are not coming out of this with just enough. You are coming out of this overflowing, saturated in my presence, carrying wisdom and resilience and discernment that only the fire could give you. Do not be afraid of the size of your dream. If I placed it in your heart, I will also give you the means to fulfill it. Do not be intimidated by what you don't have. What's in your hands is already enough for me to work with. Remember the widow with the little oil? Remember the boy with the 5 loaves? Remember Moses with just a staff in the wilderness? I specialize in using small things to produce supernatural results. I delight in showing up in impossible situations so that there is no doubt that it was me. So let go of trying to figure it all out. Rest in my sovereignty. Trust in my provision. I am teaching you how to walk by faith, not by sight. Sight says, there's not enough. Faith says, God will provide. Sight says, you're too late. Faith says, God's timing is perfect. Sight says, you're alone. Faith says, He is with me always. The world measures success in wealth and status, but I measure it in obedience and trust. If you never had the struggle, you wouldn't know the power of my hand. If you never faced the lack, you wouldn't know the fullness of my supply. If you never walked through the valley, you wouldn't appreciate the mountaintop I'm taking you to. Every trial has had a purpose, and that purpose is unfolding even now. You will look back on this season and thank me. Not because it was easy, but because it changed you. It grew you. It pulled you closer to me. It stripped away the idols, the distractions, the false securities. It revealed what truly matters. You learned to pray differently, to listen more closely, to walk more humbly, to give even when you had little. That's where the real wealth is found. Not in what you store up in barns, but in what you store up in heaven. The reward I'm giving you is not only material, it is spiritual. It is peace that surpasses understanding, joy that is not shaken by circumstances, a heart so aligned with mine that nothing can steal your contentment. I am rebuilding your confidence, not in yourself, but in me. I am rebuilding your vision, not just for survival, but for purpose. I am rebuilding your household, not just financially, but generationally. The inheritance I'm preparing isn't just for you, it's for your children and your children's children. The prayers you've prayed are echoing through generations. The obedience you've chosen is building a legacy that cannot be erased. What you've sown in tears, they will reap in joy. What you've endured in silence, they will testify about in freedom. So lift up your head, beloved. You are not defeated. You are in development. You are not overlooked. You are being set apart. You are not stuck. You are being strat.